You know it's Christmas time when these bad boys come out to play. Deep filled mince pies. Nice. What's the macros on these? I've never actually checked. Whoa. Look at the fat content. Oh my god. Although calories and macros don't count around Christmas, so won't mind having a couple of those. Not today, but soon.
It's an air fryer.
It's an air fryer. So less oil needed to cook you chips and... Is it just chips or...?
No, you can cook anything in it. I'm cooking drumsticks at the moment.
Nice.
And I haven't added any oil. It's a bit like roasting it. It's a bit like an oven. And the hot air does it. You can do all sorts of things in it. It's prawns.
Cool.
And sausage rolls.
It actually comes with a chip guide. The skinny, the regular, the fat, the wedge.
The wedge.
We go for the wedge ones. Oh, skinny fries are the best, let's be honest. That's what they look like after. Just put the rest of the packet in there. So we put like 6 in there I think, and then obviously they've come out and they've gone pretty quick. I've already had, well, I'm having these 3, my mum's taking a couple, and yeah, we've got plenty to go around really. There's only 3 of us eating them. Yeah, I'm gonna have 3, so that works out as like 200 grams, and it said excluding the bone, so I've actually had, I weighed out a little bit more than 200 grams just to account for that bone. Now the fat on these, obviously the oil being low with that, whole reason we're using that, the fat content's quite low, but there is still a little bit of fat on it because of the skin, which will be the same with any skin on any meat, typically with chicken, that will be where the majority of the fat comes from. So without the skin on there, which to be honest is the best part, so I'm still going to eat it, there'd be even less fat on that. It'd be like, I don't know exactly, but maybe like 2 or 3 grams in total rather than the like 13 that's on there with the 200 grams over here. Breakfast today is some more shreddies. I do kind of drown my cereal in milk, and I'm sure a lot of you watching this is going to be like, what are you doing, you freak? But I personally like my cereal quite soggy. I usually sprinkle like sugar on it as well, but I'm trying to avoid stuff like that because the insulin spike. And this is just a monster from yesterday, so I'm going to actually mix that with a bit of BPR Sports pre-workout. Not too much because I did try it before and it was good, but it made me go a little bit mental, made me a bit too like hyper, I guess. I've also been having some of these rice puddings. Been having, not the apple flavour, I've been having the strawberry one, and really nice. And the macros on them aren't actually too bad. They're like under 5 grams of fat per pop, so that isn't too bad. I've actually found that lately, the more calories that I'm eating with like, obviously healthy options, or trying to be healthy options, so like if I have a massive bowl of rice, the more hungry I get. It's really weird. I don't know if it's my metabolism or what, but like last night I had 300 grams of white rice, and literally like an hour later I was starving again. Like I go from being ridiculously full up to actually craving more food. So currently on 3,000 calories and 3,200 on leg day when I'm doing cardio as well, but yeah, I'm still hungry. Right, so I'm training with Billy again today. We're going to be doing just chest together. So last time we trained was shoulders. The reason we're only doing chest is because we're both going there at the same time, wanting to train together, but we're doing, obviously everyone's splits are usually quite different, so I need to be doing legs today, but as my hamstrings are still like really shot from last training session, I'm not going to be doing those, but I'm going to be doing quads and calves still. So we're working around it. He's going to be doing back with chest. So I'm just going to kind of be joining in and doing, I have no idea where to put this camera. Right. Yeah. I'm going to be joining in and doing chest today in replacement for hamstrings, so that I'm still burning the same amount of calories. And to be honest, just because I haven't trained with him in a while, it's actually already been like a week and a half, and it was good last time, so yeah, doing chest, I'm interested to see how it goes. He's actually started power building and taking that a little bit more seriously, so I expect today he's going to be going quite heavy on the bench and you know, like 2 or 3 reps, that kind of range. Don't know what I'll do, but yeah, we'll see, should be good. Just realised, but based by the way that I have vlogged this today and not getting any workout footage, it probably doesn't even look like I've gone to the gym, but I promise you I have. We didn't record today just because Billy wasn't recording, so I figured, I don't know, I always record chest as well, so I figured like, there's no point really in recording today, so I'll probably record a workout that I do tomorrow, which will probably be like shoulders or back. But yeah, all in all, workout with Billy was good. We didn't do necessarily heavy reps. It was his hypertrophy day, and pretty much every day is my hypertrophy day. So I was only really going to go heavy on the bench if he was. So all in all, it went good. We did like reps between like 8 and 12 on like everything, rather than the, except for the crossover. On the crossover we did like 12 or 15 reps, which was a good way to finish off chest, and then after that just went on to legs and did like 2 quads and 1 calf. But all in all, it was good. Now I'm going to look for some food that I can eat. Alright guys, I managed to finally get it done. This jar is now empty, no more change that I've got to go into Tesco to exchange. I was really surprised at how much I managed to get though. Like £58 I think it was, maybe even 60. I counted, it actually tells you how many of each coin you use as well, and I had 308 5p coins in this. I don't know how long we've been saving it up, but that's a lot. I'm now going to go use this money because I need to go get some stuff for my car because I'm finally getting it serviced. Thought I could ignore the alert, but turns out I've actually got to get it serviced probably Monday. Oh, I sent a text to the mechanic that we usually use, and he said that he was going to call me back, but he will most likely probably be in this area within the next couple of days, so I need to go get the parts as soon as possible. I need to get an oil filter, and I think a new air filter. I don't know, I have a list of a few things I need to get, so gonna head there now and probably use the money that I made from this coins to buy that stuff. When the machine was filtering through the coins that I was putting in, it spat out the ones that weren't like eligible, so pretty much any coin that isn't from the UK. And I'm looking at some of these coins thinking, how the hell did I acquire some of these? Like, where did this come from? That's like, I take it this is like the older version of 5p coins, and that's the newer one, 1970, damn. Yeah, then they got some American 1 cents here, I think 2 of them. I actually had a Canadian coin as well. We are done for some like chores today. I've also got to, it's not really a chore, but I need to email the competition federations because I've got a few questions for them. I'm still not completely clear on like the rules with some of the competitions, so I'm gonna do that later. I'm still waiting on the call from the mechanic, but got the parts now, so I can now go to the gym, which is actually, I think it's like the next turn off down this road, so literally 20-second drive and I'll be there, so all good. Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another workout commentary. So the workout that you're going to be seeing here is a full shoulder one, so this is what I do on Sunday. So every Sunday now with my workout split, this is kind of my weak point day. So currently my shoulders still remain my weak point. They have improved a lot recently with this bulk, so I am actually thinking of completely removing the weak point day, especially for shoulders, because it's important to have at least one rest day, and I can actually feel my body being quite exhausted and quite sore from working out literally every single day, so might change that, I'm not sure yet though. With regards to the workout though, started off there by warming up the rotator cuff, so just 2 angles there that are really gonna help you warm up the muscles that are within the rotator cuff. So the rotator cuff is responsible for really just allowing your shoulder joint and your arms to move around as they do. So raising your hands, bringing your arms backwards, all of that stuff is the responsibility of the rotator cuff. So you want to make sure that you are warming them up before pretty much any workout, especially a direct shoulder one. So like chest as well would be very important to do that. So there's 2 angles there. There's the one where your elbows are up and your hands start in a position where they're pronated, and then you basically just bring the weight up and down fairly quick. You want to do this with a really light weight. You don't really want to be going to failure or anything like that. Just do about 20 reps of both angles, and yeah, maybe 2 sets, 3 sets of that, just quickly getting those done before the workout starts. And then the second angle, you want to make sure that you're actually keeping your elbows and your biceps, that portion of your arm, as close to your side as you possibly can. There's actually kind of a saying where you want to kind of picture that there's a towel like around your rib cage and you're trying to pinch that close to you and keep it there. So just remember that when you're warming up your rotator cuffs with that angle. The actual workout, first exercise that we did was a incline chest press machine, but you can actually use this one because on the other side it's got a back pull down machine kind of variation. It allows you to use this for shoulder press because you can obviously move the handles really far up. So I was doing those 2 at a time with about 30 either side, and Luke, as you saw there, was doing 1 at a time, doing 220s. Both rep ranges that we were going for were about 8 to 12, so I think I got 3 or 4 sets of 8 and couldn't get past number 8. But it's good for strength. If you are doing these, just like with any overhead press, dumbbell press for your shoulders, you want to make sure that you are keeping your elbows in front of your body, so in the frontal plane, so that you're pushing up in front of your face. It's not a good idea to do it behind your neck, whether you're doing it with Smith machine, dumbbell, barbell, this, if you could. I mean, this would hit you in the face, but like, you could still do it. It's going to be creating an impingement in your shoulder, which will probably be the thing that's responsible for any shoulder pain that you get. So just stick to having your elbows in front of your body so that you can move your shoulder joint the way that you should be, really, and the way that you can get a full, comfortable pushing motion with it. After that, then went on to lateral raises. Not a whole lot to say about that. Usually I would keep my elbow higher than my hands, but I've been playing around with it a little bit lately and dropping the weight slightly and actually focusing on slow concentrics. So I didn't really do slow concentrics here. I was just focusing on doing fast concentrics and really slow eccentrics, but nonetheless making sure that you are getting the mind to muscle connection and you're actually using the muscle and not just moving the weight from A to B is what you want to be focusing on with pretty much any exercise. A lot of people will just push the weight in whatever way that they can. Like when they're doing a bench press, they'll use their shoulders, they'll take their butt off the bench, and then they'll wonder why they're not getting bigger or their actual chest isn't getting stronger, and it's because you're not using the muscle. You want to make sure you are actually using the muscle that you're training. So leave the ego at the door whenever you come into the gym, and actually just remember that you should be working the muscle and not your ego, really. Then went on to a superset to finish, so did front raises with these with a pronated grip on the dumbbell. Luke actually did. Luke did start off doing these because it was actually his idea to start with this exercise, but he then went on to plate raises with kind of a neutral grip. So this is just another variation of doing it. Only difference with the grip is that the more pronated your hands are, the more of the front deltoid is going to be involved. And you'll actually notice that when I'm doing mine, I kind of bring the dumbbell towards me as well, so kind of inward each time I do each rep, and that's for an even greater squeeze of the front delt. So yeah, supersetted that with some bent over rear delt flyers, so sitting on a bench here, keeping your legs close together, keep your torso and your back, everything straight, pretty much parallel to the floor, so just bending over and almost leaning on your own knees and keeping your torso there throughout the movement, just focusing on driving through the elbows, bringing those elbows back. Do not focus on squeezing your shoulder blades together though, because that's going to be involving your traps and your back muscles. This is purely to try to isolate the rear delt of the shoulder. So yeah, drive through the elbows, focus on the minus muscle on the rear delt muscle, but don't be trying to contract your back muscles as well. Right guys, just got done, and on the way out actually grabbed myself one of these jumpers from the gym. You see they've got a logo there on the side. I've been wanting one of these for a while now, but every time I'd ask them, they never actually had them in stock, or they weren't in my size. So tried a small on, it was really tight, so I went for a medium. This is a medium. Zip top, it is still quite tight, but it's not like uncomfortably tight. See on the sleeves there, the length's pretty much completely fine. So yeah, I'm sorted for winter now. Yeah, I'm just gonna head back now and probably have food and then conclude the video. Or I might actually conclude the video here, you know. One more episode of Bulking with Ben. Hopefully I've given you a lot of information that you can actually make use of with your bulking phase and just in general with the gym. See you next episode, episode 25. See you next time.